Even with the sales being down roughly 50% from last year, the franchise is still able to produce the top selling console game for its 8th consecutive year. Yo, what's up guys, me Brady here, and today I'll be talking about an article from Charlie Intel about how Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is still the #1 selling console game of 2016. It is pretty incredible that with all the negativity surrounding Infinite Warfare, as well as the sales for Call of Duty being down roughly 50% from last year with the release of Call of Duty Black Ops 3, the franchise is still able to produce the #1 selling game of the year for the 8th time in a row. Although, as many of you guys know, Infinite Warfare was never nominated for a Game Award this year, which is definitely something new to the Call of Duty community, since they're usually at least nominated for an award, although they don't always win one. Now, going back to the article, and it starts off with, Activision sent out a press release with some more details regarding their sales. Infinite Warfare was the top selling console game for the entire year of 2016. With this, Call of Duty is now the best selling game in North America for the 8th year in a row. So even with all the negative response that this game has gotten since its release in November, it still manages to be the top selling game in terms of all the console games that were released during 2016. But one very important thing to keep in mind is that not everyone that actually bought Infinite Warfare is playing it. And this is because of all the bundles that Infinity Ward released that included a copy of Modern Warfare Remastered, and this being the game that many people actually wanted to play because they wanted a more modern shooter, aka boots on the ground, and not the futuristic game that Infinite Warfare is. Although a playlist has dropped in IW where the boost jumping has been removed to give players a much more old school Call of Duty feel, and regarding this playlist, I've only heard good things about it, so if you guys do have Infinite Warfare, I highly recommend checking it out. Also, if you guys missed my video actually covering all the information about this Boots on the Ground playlist, I will have a link to that video in the description down below in case you missed it. Moving on in the article, there's this quote from Activision CEO. Call of Duty is retail's #1 grossing console franchise in the US for the 8th consecutive year, and the boldly innovative Infinite Warfare is the #1 grossing console game of the year at retail in the US, said Eric Hirshberg, Activision CEO. In addition to our annual blockbuster release, Call of Duty is about engaging fans year-round. Black Ops 3 has been an amazing engagement all year, and now with the classic boots on the ground gameplay of Modern Warfare Remastered and the thrilling new experiences of Infinite Warfare, we have a great experience for every Call of Duty fan this holiday. Based off how Call of Duty has been the #1 grossing console franchise for the 8th consecutive year now in the United States, this is some solid evidence that proves that there is still a very loyal fan base for this game moving forward, and how I hope to see them be the #1 game in years to come. Now getting into the second half of this article, where they have a top 10 selling console games of 2016 list, and here's a screenshot of the list on screen now. And the top 3 games in terms of sales for 2016 are Call of Duty Infinite Warfare in the first spot, in the second spot we have Battlefield 1, and lastly in the third spot we have Pokemon Sun. And if you guys want, you can pause the video right now and read the rest of that list. So as you guys can see, based off this list that was released by the NDP group for the sales throughout November of 2016. And as seen on the list, Call of Duty beat out both of its top competitors, Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2. Something to keep in mind is the NDP numbers only include some digital sales, but are mostly tied to the retail purchases. Sony PlayStation earlier this week confirmed that Infinite Warfare was the most downloaded title in November of 2016 from the PlayStation Store. And also, if we take a look at the hardware sales, the PlayStation 4 was also the best-selling console for November. Also, if you guys did see in the background of this video, I do have Infinite Warfare gameplay, and I recorded quite a lot of it during this free demo that was available to everyone on PlayStation and Xbox One. Sadly, I did hit the level cap of 15 relatively quickly, so I don't have too much gameplay. So that's definitely a problem, because I was definitely planning on grinding it out this entire weekend, thinking that the level cap, you would just get to level 15 and wouldn't be able to progress anymore. But I didn't take into the consideration the fact that you would actually stop playing multiplayer. So if I do run out of multiplayer gameplay, I will either use other gameplays from other YouTubers with their permission, or I will just use campaign gameplay that I actually recorded today as well. So that's it for today's video, guys. Don't forget, I currently have a PlayStation Plus code giveaway going on until December 25th, so don't forget to check that out if you haven't already. I will provide a link to that video explaining all the rules in the description down below. Also, if you guys could take 2 seconds out of your day to like this video, that would be awesome, since it helps out the channel a lot. Alright, that's it for me guys. Peace out.